been quite a while, hasn't it? Yeah, yeah, it has. Uh, Hi guys. It's me, Autotron Reviews. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. I recently moved house. Not just across the street, no, across the entire fucking United States. From sunny San Diego, California to Fort Worth, Texas. I thought I'd come back with a big boy. A big boy? I would consider it more the fact that he's a big fucking Voyager figure. And a figure that I was planning on reviewing before I moved, but then, I moved, and I just kind of forgot about it. But now I actually have the time, I no longer have to share a room, and so, here we go. This is the video review for the Transformers Studio Series, number 54, Voyager class Megatron. And as you can tell, yeah, this guy's pretty fucking huge. In the first movie, Megatron, of course, was some weird Cybertronian jet thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with weird Cybertronian jet thing. A very silver Cybertronian jet thing, and you can tell because fucking look at this guy. He's silver all around. It's gonna be kind of hard to keep him all in frame, but just take a look at that detail. The sculpting is fantastic. The paint is beautiful. And honestly, this is my second favorite Megatron design of the movies. Number one being The Last Night. That movie may have been a big stinking pile of hot doo-doo, but I love the Megatron design. The night aesthetic was so good, and I still don't own the Last Night Voyager figure. God damn it. But that's besides the point. This guy comes with an accessory. He comes with his mace, flail, anal beads, I don't know. But it's unpainted, unfortunately, and it's made of a soft rubber, or soft plastic material. Unfortunately, the mushroom peg on my copy is kind of really easy to detach. Some figures you can't even rotate. Yeah, by the way, this can rotate. Look at me being a fucking great reviewer, first review back. And you can actually store this on the vehicle mode. Because as you see, there are two pegs on each side. And there's a peg hole here and a peg hole here. And you can, if you want, if you love weapon storage on figures in their vehicle mode, if you're stupid, can just peg that right in. And see, here's the issue I have with this one. It's a very small peg, and that looks very stupid. So we're just gonna fuck off with that. And get on with the rest of the figure and the rest of the fucking review. Oh my god. As you can see, like I said, beautiful detail. The weird Optimus Primal kind of hands forward jet mode thing, it doesn't really bother me that much. I always thought it was because, okay, let me defend the movies for a second. I know, incoming fucking opinion here, don't have G1ers come in my fucking comic section because I will dox you and eat your ass. People constantly crap on the movies for the Transformers design, saying how they look like big piles of scrap, you can't tell what they are. And sometimes, yeah, I do kind of agree with that. But here's the thing. They're alien fucking robots. I don't expect them to... You know what? Here, let me give you an example of why it doesn't make any sense. Here's my G1 Optimus, okay? Sexy figure, I know. Like, seriously, I'm coming right now. But, does this look like an alien robot to you? Or does it look more like a man-made machine? Very blocky. There's like pistons and everything in the design. And that doesn't scream alien to me. Now, you want to talk alien? Here's my Studio Series Optimus Prime. This is the Revenge of the Fallen one. The one that nobody likes because he's too dark. Fucking racist. This seems more alien to me. Sure, there's kind of blockiness around the chest section, and he has the window tits, haha, funny PP joke, but the chaos of it shows that he's an alien life form that can transform, that shows a Earth vehicle, and so his body adapts to that. You can see Earth truck bits, but the jaggedness of it makes a lot more sense in the sense that he's an alien. Now, I'm not saying the Bay movies are amazing. Actually, two of them are pretty fucking horrible, that being Revenge of the Fallen and The Last Night, although I kind of like Revenge of the Fallen because I think it's just so bad it's good. Almost like The Room, but not as good. Anyway, we're going to get on with the transformation of this guy. Now, his transformation is actually very interesting and pretty cool. So, to start off, what you want to do is come to these sections and unpeg them like so, which will allow you to move the feet up. Yeah, surprise, they're feet, look at the toes. And untab these sections here. Split the tail, it's already split. Unclip the wings, and just kind of unfurl the legs, like so. And again, this can be kind of hard to get all in camera, so bear with me. I have like -$4 for a budget, so for the wing sections, you want to unclip this section, rotate this in, and fold that in. Move this out of the way, fold, fold, fold that all into like a small cube, rotate the section up, and then fold it into the leg, like so. And that should very easily just smoothly go in there. Take this bit, rotate it around, and there's a small tab hole right there, and a tab right there on the wing. That solidifies that connection. And then fold out the feet. And then you just want to do the same on this side. I know, fantastic fucking editing, right? And we're actually going to move the camera a bit more upwards so you guys can see more of what's going on. That's a little bit better. Next thing we're going to do is fold this section all the way out. Move these out of the way. Take the head and kind of wiggle it out of place, pulling it all the way out and rotating it around. Come to the arms, bring them out, bring this joint up until it tabs into place. Do the same here. There we go. And I think this is actually one of the coolest parts of the transformation. So what you want to do is take the nose cone and fold it in on itself. It all just tabs in, and rotate down like that. It will allow you to very easily bring that in. And there are tabs here on the back of the shoulders. They'll tab into the back. So just angle it until they tab in, and then fold out the hands. And there is Megatron in his robot mode. So having Megatron in his robot mode, you can definitely see where the detail shines. This guy is detailed as hell. Seeing, of course, you have this beautiful head sculpt, which we'll take a look at in a second. The arms are equally as jaggedy. The legs very thick, we'll address that. And the chest. I want to address the chest because, and this was a nitpick, and actually a problem for a lot of people, but it's the same chest as the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron figure. No remolding at all. It's just painted over. But the thing is, I don't have a problem with it. Because as you can see, as this is just, it's just gray plastic. It's unpainted gray plastic. Kind of boring. Stupid. As you can see, you have this very nice coat of silver paint that's also present on the Dark of the Moon Soundwave Studio Series figure, as well as the upcoming Revenge of the Fallen Studio Series Soundwave, which looks fine. Stop yelling at him. He's trying his best. But this paint didn't really make me think that this was the same piece. That just shows how far a little bit of paint can go. You have the coat of silver paint, which makes it feel and look like, to an extent, like a different fucking piece. God, a lot of fans really hate it when they reuse pieces. Like, you do realize it's a company, right? They have to make money somehow, and remolding multiple pieces can definitely make costs go up. Now, let's look at the head sculpt, because wow, this head sculpt is absolutely fantastic. It's not a repaint of any other head sculpt, it's a brand new piece, and just look at that. That is Megatron Movie 1 through and through. I always liked this head sculpt because it's the most alien one out there. As the movies progressed, it got more and more squarish, and then we had that weird one from Age of Extinction. Oh, fucking Age of Extinction. And then we had The Last Night, which, yeah, despite the fact that Megatron was in the movie for like 4 seconds, that head sculpt and the way that the mask folded in was just, beautiful. Another issue that a lot of people have with the figure are the legs. Holy shit, he got some fucking boots. These are big because, as you saw in the transformation, these hold the entirety of the wings. All of them. Like, as you saw how they folded up, the wings are neatly compacted and well folded in. And what's funny is that on the back of the figure, the sculpting on the back panel looks like the wings folded on his back like they did in the actual movie and the movie Masterpiece figure. But it doesn't bother me, because Megatron is a chunky boy. I mean, to just bring in another figure again, you have Optimus Prime. These are both Voyager figures, by the way. You can see how Megatron is like a head and a half taller than Prime. And that makes sense because he was bigger than Prime in the movies. Except for The Last Night. I know I'm referencing The Last Night a lot, but come on. It's The Last Night. It was a mistake. But Megatron is usually a bigger character than Optimus. And it makes sense. He's this big looming threat. And it actually is a pretty cool concept that the protagonist is smaller than the antagonist. Look at David and Goliath. Shout out Jesus. You have his weapon, which can easily be put on his arm by folding in the hand. And then this little tab just slots right into that hole. That's what she said. And I think it looks fantastic. You know, you want to beat children? Go ahead. Just fucking The whip can allow for many dynamic poses, and speaking of poses, we're going to get into his posability. To start off, you have a ball joint at the base, or the back base of the head. You can rotate a full 360 degrees and look... It can look up as well as look down. The shoulders can rotate 360, they can move outward that much. There is a bicep swivel. There's a 90-degree bend at the elbow. And the wrist can go in and out due to transformation. No wrist swivel, unfortunately. No waist swivel at all either, but that's alright with me. He can kick that far, and his leg can go back that far. Pretty decent spread here. He has a thigh swivel, a little bit over 90-degree bend at the knee, and he has a very, very good pivot, as you can see right here. And what's cool is that there are these little bits right here at the bottom of the foot that have nothing to do with the transformation, but they help him stand up and do poses. Also due to the transformation, he has toe articulation. So if you want, he can do the Superman position, or the superhero landing, as Deadpool calls it. I like to call it the Iron Man landing. But what are you going to do? So, overall, this figure is absolutely great. And, like I mentioned earlier, he's pretty big. Here he is next to the Transformers Classics Deluxe Class Bumblebee, Transformers Studio Series Voyager Class Optimus Prime, and another mega boy, the Transformers Studio Series Dark of the Moon leader class Megatron. So yeah, overall, this figure is great. The transformation is really fun. The sculpting is fantastic. The size is good. The articulation is very good. And just overall, I'm rating him an 8 out of 10. I can't give him the 10 out of 10 because as much as I like to defend it, yes, the legs are very chunky and kind of pose a problem when it comes to moving things around. And also, yes, the chest, even though I have no problem with it, it does pose a problem for some people, which, you know, whatever. Y'all do you. You can go talk about G1 and jerk off to G1RC. Trust me, I do so myself. But anyway, this has been Autotron Reviews. I'll post another review in maybe 40 years. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.